What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, my sister,
Devaney.
I knew he was gonna forget it too.
I know.
I know he don't know.
Yeah, I know he was.
Devaney. She is the Ebony.
Right, the Ebony.
My brother Derek,
What's up, everybody?
We're gonna call it for the rest of the
and
episode.
our friend Dan.
What's happening?
And this week, you guys, we are talking about Casino Royale. We went from Austin Powers to James Bond. And this is the debut of Daniel Craig's James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how we all like it in 2022. When did this come out?
2006, yeah.
2006. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
I was such and such age.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I did not think that has been that long. Okay.
Yep. It's amazing when you go back through the years and see when stuff came out. That's why I don't really do that anymore.
Yes.
Right.
Depressing.
Because now you're like, oh, yeah, I saw it in the theaters. I remember this.
Yeah, definitely saw this in theaters.
Definitely saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Casino Royale, I have to say, I don't know where I ranked this intro on our theme song video we did for James Bond. Go check that out in our old podcast.
You should. It's a
You
good
should
one.
leave a link to it.
We should do that.
Leave a link to it. Okay, someone text me and remind me to leave a link to that.
Yeah, okay.
We will try to put that in the description below. But yeah, I don't know where we ranked it, but I don't like it.
I don't either.
What don't you like? The graphics or the song?
The graphic is
No, the
fine.
graphics is
That's
good,
it. I
'cause
thought the
I didn't
graphics
like
was
the song.
The
Yeah,
song,
the
I
song.
hate it.
Okay, yeah, I didn't.
I hate the song.
Well,
It's
one,
stuck
I
in my
didn't even
head.
remember the song. So, like, when I started watching it, I was like, what song is to this movie?
I didn't remember the song when they started playing. I'm
That's the
like,
only
did they
part I
replace
like.
My
this?
problem is that it's stuck in my head now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's always.
all day long.
No, no.
Always.
I zoned it out.
All that happens
I can't even tell you what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's not good. Like it made me stop in my tracks and turn around and look back at the TV like, what is this? And I was gonna go get something to eat while I'm like, I don't care about the intro.
Right.
But yeah,
Oh,
I was like,
that's one of the best parts about Bond movies. What do you mean?
Yeah, but
For half
Not-
of them,
not-
maybe.
yeah,
Like,
a
half
couple
of
movies
them-
in they started going hard on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also
well,
reminded
the
me to
ones in
watch
the 90s were
Deadpool
really
2
good.
intro again too. Now.
I don't remember most of those.
in the 90s?
In the
Goldeneye?
90s.
I don't really remember.
No,
Goldeneye,
Goldeneye?
Tomorrow
With Tina
Never
Turner?
Tina Turner.
Tomorrow Never
Yeah.
Dies. I like for some reason.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
too.
no, I do like Tomorrow Never Dies.
Never dies. Dum, 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 dum.
It's always very dramatic.
Yeah,
It is.
It has
Yeah.
to be.
It has to be.
It has to be.
It's telling a story.
Yeah.
True that.
They're always they're like kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of
Yeah.
them are.
Well, okay. Let's think about James Bond. Is he a happy person?
Well, which is
Yeah.
what I kind
Can you see him
of
smile? That's all
like.
he
It
does.
hurts.
Yeah, like,
Well, you know what? This is what I do like about Craig's Bond is that you do see like the crazy awful side of
Yeah.
James more than
Yeah.
in the other, especially in. Well, I guess we'll talk about it later.
Well, Pierce Brosnan
But-
was more suave, you know.
But see, that's the one thing Daniel Craig is missing. Like he has the grittiness to it, but he does not. He is not a charismatic person.
you don't
Yeah.
think so?
I think he
I
pulls
do
it
not
off.
think so.
I feel him as Bond though.
Do you
know?
like? I
Yeah.
just don't think he. I don't think
Yeah, I
he's
do too.
suave.
think
He like.
there's,
He, I don't think he
certain
has.
moments where he is like when he's talking to like a certain female,
Man, he
like the
won't-
things that he be saying. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
nobody else would ever get away.
Like
with
I
it.
just like. I just feel like
that.
there's just a way, like a
Call
way.
this the Vesper.
Sean Connery would deliver that line versus the way Daniel Craig does. You know, I
Okay,
just
well,
feel like
yeah, it
Sean
is
Connery was
Sean
different.
Connery.
Like
Yeah,
Sean
definitely Sean
Connery is like he has a whole nother kind of
That's
swag.
because Sean Connery had that voice.
That was perfect.
Yeah, but I think there's like you're right. Dan Craig, like he looks good in a suit, so that helps. You know what I mean? And then like sometimes like the dryness and the way he delivers something is cool, but I still don't think he has that extra little bit. I always felt like he
that
was,
straighten your tie underwater.
yeah, just like
Type of deal. That's what
Why?
Pierce Brosnan. I don't know.
yeah.
Why do
Well,
that?
it's not necessary, but
It's
you
not.
know,
But I mean, like him walking into the poker room with the tux on. You
well, that's
get
what I'm saying.
the-
Like he looks good in a suit, but at the same time, he doesn't have that smoothness to him.
Okay.
I think there's a difference between like, okay, he looks good in a suit versus like everyone's gonna look at him when he walks into a room.
Okay. All right. I mean,
Okay. I don't know. I felt like I heard him. Like I said, the way that he be talking to women, he's very dry.
Yeah.
But like, there's like some lines that he be
Yeah,
kicking
yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
they've definitely toned that down for Craig era Bond.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Bond is womanizer like 100. You know.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like when he took a girl, like when she got in the car with him, because she thought it was her husband's car,
yeah.
and she was like, all right, we got one drink. He was like, do you stay close to here? He was like, yeah, I stay close.
And then
So he
drove
just
around.
did the loop around.
That was a good one.
It was
though.
like,
That was-
welcome to my home.
And then he looked at her, she looked at him, she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, that was kind of fly though.
That is. I was like, what's I'm saying? That's a good one.
Right. And even the valet dude, welcome back, monsieur.
Yeah, like, welcome back. Like that was kind of fly. The way he did that.
Yeah. Oh man, poor. What was her name? I forgot.
And Solange.
Solange.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There was like
Yeah.
no reason to kill her. That's so ridiculous. What?
Well,
Well, they killed
because
her.
they said someone said something.
So it must have been her.
Well, the other guy was dead. So, yeah.
She told him that he was going to Miami.
I got a question on how exactly did he manage to be like right behind that guy?
Well, I was wondering. Okay, so they showed him in taxis. Now they didn't do this in this movie, but you know how in movies they get in taxis and like follow that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't do that in real life. Right, ain't no
Yeah,
taxi
no.
driver gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna follow this person.
Right.
Like,
No.
you serial killer? No.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Well, I was
Follow
wondering
that blue
if they
car.
were in the Bahamas and he's like, I'm about to take the last flight out of Miami. So then he had to like find a little plane to get to Miami, right?
Mhm.
Well, last commercial flight.
My point is, how was Bond right behind him?
Yeah.
Because he would have to go
He
to
got
the
on last
airport.
flight out of Miami.
How did he get to Miami
Right.
and still end
And
up
still
behind
be
the
able
guy?
to Be right behind the dude.
They were in the Bahamas. The guy was at home
That's
like,
all.
I'm leaving. So which means he had to get on that plane in the Bahamas, then fly to Miami, get in a taxi, then get to the... Which, by the way, that doesn't make any sense. Because why would you just fly directly from the Bahamas to Miami? Why was he ever in a taxi?
Maybe the last flight was delayed. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. This is why they cut all of that out and just was
It
like,
just
Bond is in
reason-
Miami
put him
now.
there. Yeah, just
Yeah.
put him there.
Right, because it's like he's
doesn't
taking
make
a
sense,
taxi to the Miami airport, just like he drove from Nassau to Miami or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't really think
It's
about what I
best
was
not to
watching
think
it, but
about that.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna think about it
makes the
anymore.
brain hurt.
Fun fact: Body Works.
Yeah,
Body Works exhibit was at the Science Center when I was working there.
I didn't see the one in Cleveland. There's one in Vegas. I saw. It was nice. I liked it.
It was cool. It was weird in
Mhm.
some ways.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
showed everything.
Yeah.
Well, it's the body.
It's science, so you can.
Yeah.
True that.
True. I mean,
Yeah.
most of it was like muscles and stuff. So, like, I don't know.
Then they had the woman that was pregnant.
Did they? I don't remember. Man, this was years ago. It was 16 years
And
ago.
then remember
So,
the exhibit. You know, we live in a lame state, so
excuse me. You know what? Our state shows up everywhere. Everyone always talks about it. If it's so lame, why do they always
Yeah.
mention it?
True that, man.
they also make fun of it.
Yeah.
People make fun of people make fun of
Yeah.
New York.
Okay,
Yeah, people do make
what
fun
I
of
was
Do
gonna
they make
say.
fun of it as much as they make fun of Florida?
Well,
Yeah.
Florida's a different beast. But anyways, my point is that like our version of things is always different than someone else's version.
Oh yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
not as good as the one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
I
you're
get
saying
it.
like, oh, I didn't see that. Like, I'm thinking the one in Vegas probably had a bunch of stuff. The one here we wouldn't get.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one in Vegas was pretty big.
yeah. Our science center, I don't even think has that
Our
much
science
room.
center is lame.
It was in the Winter Soldier.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Give them some
filmed
slack.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier in it.
Yes.
They filmed a lot of the Winter Soldier over here. They also filmed it in a treatment plant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
shout
they
out to
film
us.
and they filming Blade here too.
What?
Oh,
are
the-
they
oh,
doing?
And they
Blade.
asking for Cask.
What cast?
Cask? I don't know.
I just
Cast.
I'm like, what the heck is cast?
Extras.
Look it up.
First of all,
Yes.
what does that have to do with us not getting like the other version of things?
I mean, it just,
Because
it's
we're
just pointing
saying
out
that
we're
people,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
still have cool things.
People want to film here on I-90. They shut it down and all that
Okay.
because we're cool.
because we're cool. Mhm. All right, so this movie starts off with James Bond getting his 00, so it's like the beginning of James Bond, which I found intriguing.
Mhm.
You know, one thing I have to say about this movie was it's interesting, and I was interested in the movie almost the whole way through. Almost. I'll get to the part I wasn't interested in, but yes.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the part that was in black and white, right?
Yeah, no, I thought like that was great because it's kind of like it's like an old school feel. It's like it's gritty and whatever. So it's kind of like that noir feel that you get to watching it, and then you realize like, oh, okay, he needs the second kill in order to get his 00 status.
And the guy is the second kill.
Yeah.
The guy he was talking to.
The guy he was talking to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought the opening scene was great. I thought like that's like the perfect way to establish, especially since this is a reboot of the whole series, and especially since they wanted to get away from the silliness that the Brosnan movies ended on.
They definitely got away from the silliness.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good way because it's like it starts off action, right? He's fighting a guy in the bathroom. So you start off with that, then you had that whole conversation with him, and you know talking to the old dude. So
How old dude didn't think that he wouldn't have checked that he had a gun?
Yeah, I'm like,
Because
you
he
know,
wasn't a 00. He wasn't a 00, so he didn't expect him to be there good.
yeah,
That's why he was like, I'm not even afraid because you're not a 00.
yeah, like I thought they was
But
a
he's
double O.
already sitting in your house in the dark, though.
Yeah, I'm like, so obviously he's done something. Like he ain't gonna just sit here and hope that you didn't have a gun.
No, no.
Like that would be horrible. Like you're not gonna be a 00 now. That's a bad
that
mistake.
is true. Like if he's on his way to becoming a 00, you would think that this guy has to be skilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You know
gotta
what I
be
mean?
pretty good.
Like
And he's not sitting in your house in
Yeah.
the dark and didn't touch nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm like he's still a spy, right? Like
Yeah.
he's still a spy. Like what do you? Doesn't make any sense.
I know where you keep your gun.
Like, so I guess that's something.
Yeah, maybe you should think about that.
Well, his first kill. I'm like, did he drown him in a sink?
Yeah.
Sure, why
I
not?
mean, if you hold someone's face underwater,
That
you
was
could drown
definitely
him
too quick,
anyway.
though. I was like, he'd drown.
the guy doesn't have the.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he didn't drown. He had to shoot him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He did.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
So he faked it. Or just didn't drown him all the way.
Yeah, see, you can't wait until the... Oh, never mind. I'm not going to go down. I was going to say, you can't just stop when the body stops moving.
I mean, that is true.
Not that I...
Drown someone in a sink before?
Sink.
That's true, though. Because people do that and the body go limp and they just sit there right next to the body. I'm like, what if he's not really dead?
So, wait,
Yeah.
if you're being attacked, hope that person's not smart and then make your body go limp and they'll think they got you.
Probably.
And you'll be like, oh, we've got him already. And then like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah, but then you sit there like, nigga, I can't hold my breath that long. Nah, you know, no, he's not dead, pal. So make sure you can hold your breath for a decent amount of time first.
They might not even be paying attention. People are dumb.
They might not, but I'm paying attention. If your stomach's still moving in and out, you probably not
Take
think-
your
dead.
breath so it don't move that much. Like,
Well, not like that.
Not like that.
it's horrible. All right, people can't see, but he was definitely moving. Worse than the regular breath. Maybe take long breaths. I don't know. Don't do what you did.
No, that was bad.
I need to practice. I got to practice.
All right, so yeah, we start with him getting his 00, and then we get the mission in Madagascar.
Apparently, people do live in people. People do live in people. People do live in
I was like, didn't we
Madagascar.
ask that in one
Yeah,
of
it was
the-
a while ago.
Yeah. It was like
Everybody
3
live on
episodes ago.
Madagascar.
Yeah, we thought it was overrun by lemurs or something. But apparently, people live there, and they fight snakes and lemurs. Was that a lemur?
No,
that was
those
a.
Ferret?
mongoose.
Mongoose?
Mongoose.
Ferret.
Okay.
A ferret.
I was going to say
Would have got
muskrat.
killed.
I was going to say a
Would have got
muskrat.
killed. That would have been torture.
No, but like
That would not have been cool.
mongoose eat snakes. So,
Yeah.
or is it mongoose?
Them in the
Man.
Mongooses?
Mangoo.
Mongooses.
Mangoo.
A mongoose.
Mangoo.
Okay, so that fight makes sense.
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
they
it
think-
does.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, no, that was also a great scene with them, and they're just open up.
Hardcore parkour?
Yes.
Yeah, parkour. Well, he was the guy he was chasing was doing parkour. Bond
Yeah.
wasn't really.
I wouldn't either.
No, one.
running through walls.
Yeah, he just running through walls like
Bond
Taz.
would not have caught this dude.
No.
No.
Because he
No.
took so long getting off the beam. Dude jumped and flipped through 4 buildings
Hey,
by
guess
then.
what?
I'm like, you
Not
ain't catching
have
him now.
I would not have chased him up the beam. Where are you going to go?
Go from there.
I'm just going to wait and see where you're jumping down at, and then keep chasing you that way.
Meet you over there.
I'm not chasing you up the crane or whatever.
Yeah.
My thing is, I wouldn't have ran through the wall because you assumed there was nothing on the other side.
That's true.
Right.
True.
Like, that would have been hilarious.
Like,
if they
what if
would've
it
been
was
in there.
more than just drywall?
Like a steel beam or something.
He's like,
Like-
you have to be
Like,
So, like, what if it was just like covering up a CMU wall or something? It's like,
or just no floor there.
And then there's like when he ran and slid, and he just assumed that he,
in that hole.
Yeah.
he just dropped down to the next level.
Like-
How do you know that was finished?
doesn't make any sense. Like, the scene looks amazing, but there's so many things. Well, there's so many things in this movie. I'm like, this just don't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. There was.
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah.
But he definitely doesn't catch that guy.
No,
No,
not at all.
he does not. He get away.
Not at
Yeah.
all.
That dude was out.
But let's talk about the chase, how it started anyway, because whoever Bond
Oh,
was
that-
with,
oh,
Idiot.
Yeah.
idiots.
Yeah.
Like, get your hand off your ear.
What?
Put the weapon away. I need him alive.
I can't.
Like, who is this cat? Is he working?
He got his hand on his ear. The guy that we're watching right now, Bond.
It's like, it's like, dog.
So did they put like all the rookies together or something?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I was like, what's in a great team?
All right,
Well,
so
no.
seeing that this movie came out 16 years ago, I did not remember like all of the, I'm gonna call it nuances, but let me say I didn't really understand a lot that went on in this movie a while back.
Yeah, of course.
And watching this, I was like, can you just go up in intimacy? I'm pretty sure that you
Yeah, I
can't.
don't think so.
I was
And
thinking
then
the same thing.
I'm glad he got in trouble for it.
But I will feel like there would be more than just him being yelled at. Because you went into an embassy
Yeah.
and killed somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's war crimes.
That is
and he
war.
blew it
However,
Even when
Yeah.
the guy ran
He
in there,
blew
there was
it
like
up.
literally no reaction from anybody.
Right.
Like,
Like,
he ran up in there, and the guy just
Yeah.
like,
No,
doing whatever they wanted
the
to.
dude did look at like his ID or something when he was at the gate. 'Cause
Did he give him his
stopped.
ID?
Bond?
No,
No,
not
No, the
Bond.
guy he was
No,
chasing.
the
I didn't.
guy-
Oh, no, the guy
Bond.
he's chasing. The guy getting in because he's a citizen, so you can
Yeah.
get into the embassy.
yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't that look weird? Somebody
No, I
running,
thought
running
it doesn't
up?
matter.
No,
Bond
because
jumped
remember,
at his neck.
he's supposed. I don't care how Bond got in. Because remember, like if you go to, let's say, if you're in France and you go to a USMC, that's like being on U.S. soil.
Yeah.
So yes, the USMC will let a U.S. citizen in.
But they're not going to question why you're running.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure they will. There's security and
Ask
whatnot
no
and all of that.
Depending.
But you know,
They will
Depending.
look, and you will have to present ID to prove that you are a citizen.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm.
like depending. In France, yes, because we're allies with France and stuff, they're gonna be like, well, you broke the law here. You're, you know.
Yeah. But what I'm
But
saying
like,
is,
if you're in an embassy in Russia, they may still just keep you at the embassy, even if you're running from the Russian police. You know.
right, and I'm thinking like that guy's logic of going to the MC makes sense because he should have been protected there.
Yeah.
What Bond did would have got in England in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And like the
Well,
funny
apparently
that,
they were.
but
we
the
just
headline
missed
was
that
just
part.
like kills unarmed man. I'm like, that should not be the headline. The headline should be England blew up our embassy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure there was some,
International
bureaucratic
talks.
things.
Right,
that they
like-
did, and they're like, well, we paid, and they pretended that they got the guy, and just, someone paid for it,
Mm.
and they just
Someone doesn't have a job no more.
Yeah,
M,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, she shouldn't.
right? James also shouldn't. You don't overlook something like that.
No, because it was like it's not. They didn't sweep it under the rug. Everybody knows about it.
Right,
you
everyone's
was in the
seen
paper.
it.
attacked an
You
embassy.
killed multiple people. You
Mhm.
blew something up, and then there was a guy he wasn't supposed to kill.
Mhm.
He said they
Yeah, she like,
needed
you
him
weren't even supposed to
alive.
Yeah.
So,
So-
yeah,
He
Yeah,
kind
should've
of got
just
off
took
got
that
free
L.
with that. He was
yeah.
like, I'll just go on vacation.
I'm like, right.
That's it. Like, okay, I wish I had a job like that.
But following that, Bond did some actual detective work, which I liked throughout the movie. He actually, tried to figure things out.
hmm
We don't see that a lot in movies sometimes.
No, we don't.
The,
Kinda just
the
Put
protagonist
us in a
just be
scene and
kind of an
everything
idiot.
happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
And they're
thanks,
like,
man.
oh, the wall is green.
But a
That
lot
must
of-
mean. And it's like, wait, hold on. I know.
Okay, yeah, but a lot of things did just happen in this movie too. A lot of things that were like, that's very convenient.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like the phone code when he got in through the back door.
Yeah, which I'm
The
ellipsis,
ellipsis?
yeah.
Ellipsis.
But even then, like when
Well, he just
Bond,
took a guess.
Yeah, I'm like, Pretty convenient.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a very. I mean, like, why would I look at it like this must be it?
Well, because both guys got the text ellipsis, and the first guy that he killed was supposed to be the one at Miami, and then they sent the other guy.
Still, how do you get the like that must be the door code?
He was just like, why do they both get ellipsis? I don't know.
It
Maybe
could mean a million different things. It literally could. But even then, so when he's at the health club or whatever, and he's like looking through the security tapes, like that text could have came at anything. Like you thought, like I'm gonna look at security tape, and then I will see exactly when he got that text, so I will know what guy I'm looking for.
Yeah,
He could have read the
How
text
was
while
that
he
on
was.
camera?
Yeah, he could have read that text while he was still in the car. He could have waited until he got up the stairs to read the text. Like that's very convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I did question that. I was like, how do you know that that's your guy, though? I don't know if that's...
Yeah,
It's
like
not
is
clear.
that
It's
the
just a guy
only
at that
person
time.
that got
Like,
a text
I'm
at 1917? Anyone could have got a text message at that
What if
time.
he was already in the hotel? Like,
Yeah, just super convenient. And then even his way to get into the security room, right? The guy mistakes him as a valet. So Bond's like, "I'm gonna crash your car," and then the whole security team goes out
yeah, there
for
should be
one
someone
car
left
crash.
in the
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then what were you gonna do if the guy didn't hand you his car keys?
He didn't have to worry about that because it didn't get to that point.
He didn't have to go to the plan B.
Yeah, he improvised.
I think plan A was to just go in the security room and beat up the security people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a horrible plan.
And when the guy decided to give him the keys, he was like, oh.
And then he
Thank
just
you.
knew that it was going to have bad security and the entire team will run outside for a fender bender.
Yeah.
That's true. Like he didn't know who that guy was for real.
Yeah.
And then he asked the lady. Didn't he ask the lady? Because he wanted to know where that Aston Martin, whose Aston Martin that was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was like, "Hey, I nicked the door." She was like, "Oh, okay, well, if he didn't notice it, I wouldn't bring it up." He was like, well, "What if I really wanted to find him?" Though? Like, "Oh yeah, he lived down the street." Okay, It's
Exactly.
like,
Well, like, why would I tell
Why
you
would you
this?
just
Well,
volunteer that
see, now
information?
that I'm going to
That's
still
believable.
believe
That's
that's
believable.
social engineering.
Yeah.
But and that's what you're saying. You're like, oh, he doesn't have the charisma. He kind of does.
They fabricated that because I'd be like, the answer's still no.
like,
Well, she gave it up because she don't like the dude.
Yeah.
Still,
Okay. Yeah, I
I'm
guess
supposed to
maybe.
do my job correctly.
maybe, yeah, I don't know.
And he was being charismatic. Like that doesn't always mean suave. He's being charismatic.
I'm sorry.
Social engineering is a thing.
I'm sorry. In real life, I'll be looking like,
Your blue eyes don't
Nah.
do anything for me.
just don't do nothing for me. I'm
Those eyes are
sorry.
Very blue.
They
are
are
very
very
blue.
blue.
They're alien blue. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
these are enhanced.
And then so a couple obligatory Daniel Craig coming out of water scenes.
I was just like, dude, his ears.
Can't paste those down.
That's mean. You guys are mean.
I mean, they are out there.
Yeah.
Every one of his James Bond movies is just Daniel Craig coming out of the water.
Like, how long you been
And a
down there?
speedo.
That's what they rock over there, man.
That's what they were over there.
That's their basketball shorts. We wear basketball shorts. They wear speedos.
But my thing is, I didn't understand what was the purpose. Because
The
I'm like, did
purpose
he
is to
swim
see-
over there?
So,
So people can see Daniel Craig's muscles, okay?
in all honesty, that's not how the scene was supposed to go.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was
so-
a mistake.
Yeah, because he was in the water, but he had to stand up because he like twisted his ankle or something. So then he had to stand up, and it's like, okay, we're just gonna keep it because now it looks like he's like coming out of the water. Yeah, and just like kind of a throwback to Dr. Knowles and Ursula. Is it Andrews? Is that her name?
Maybe. Yep. I'm going to say yes, it is.
Sure.
Her first name is definitely Ursula. I can't remember her last name. But yeah, so like in that scene in Dr. No, she comes out of the water in her swimsuit or whatever.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Halle Berry.
They did the same thing with Halle Berry.
In that horrible movie. God.
Yeah, so this scene, like, even though it ended up being a throwback to that was not the original intention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's in there, and then it survived all the other James Bond movies with Daniel Craig.
Yes.
Coming out of the water. This guy.
Yeah, so okay. So we find out that the guy
Chief?
Le
Chef. Chef. Yeah, okay.
The chef.
The chef. Yeah. French for
It
the
means
chef.
the accountant.
The accountant.
What?
His last name is literally the accountant.
No, that's
No,
not
that's-
his last
that's not
That's
name.
what
his
the chef
name.
means?
But they were calling him Le Chief.
Because that's his code
That's
name.
his code name. Yeah. Yeah.
But they were saying it like it was his real name.
They were, though.
Because, like, if I'm not French and I don't know that means the accountant, I'm thinking this
It
man's
means
last
nothing
name
to
is
me.
Le Chief.
Right. It means nothing to me.
As I thought watching this movie.
You're not French. Makes sense to me.
All right, so the accountant. He's a horrible accountant. All right, so his deal is that he gets criminals' money and invests it, and so they can get it everywhere. But he decides to. Well, okay, he's cheating the system for one. So, like, okay, he was going to short some stock, and it was a bad idea, but he was going to blow up a plane, which is why Jabbar went to Miami and all that.
Mhm.
Which I'm like, I guess if you're playing the system, good idea, but it didn't work out this time. So now he lost everybody's money, and everyone wants to kill him.
Of course.
Yes.
Which is why we need a poker game.
Mhm.
Hence Casino Royale.
High stakes.
Man, that took a while for them to set up to play a poker game.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, we need a reason for them to play poker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
High
not a bad
stakes,
reason,
man.
but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's like an hour into the movie. It's like, oh, yeah, here's the poker game,
Yeah.
which lasts like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Mhm. But I have to say, like, they did a good job of making a poker game suspenseful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I think you said earlier, like, so far, every part of this movie has been interesting.
Yeah.
Even you think like something like watching people play poker, like you ever see that stuff on ESPN? I'm like, why is this on TV?
Yeah,
Boring. I don't know why. Right.
I hate it.
But see, they also
World Series of Poker.
they're playing poker, and then they throw in some action scenes, then just like back to the cards, and I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
thought it was cool of doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they even did a good job of making the hands the hands that we saw interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like you're saying that their individual hands were interesting.
Well, they're interesting. And the nice big rectangle poker chips.
That we were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's interesting, but it is.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm like, oh, this is what people with real money play with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, it was
like
a 10 million,
500. A $10 million buy-in.
$10 million buy-in.
God.
That's ridiculous.
I
Who
wouldn't
got
be playing.
10 million?
I'm like,
to
how
spend
do
on
you
poker?
bet? And you're like, yeah, $3 million on the table. I'll be like, no.
Make that
No,
about
here's a $5.
Like,
$2.
call.
I bet $2. I wouldn't be there. I ain't
No,
betting
not at
on
all.
raw foods.
No, if I got that kind of money, I'm not about to play poker with it.
I ain't about to bet it. No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Go have a vacation.
Before we get to the poker game, we meet Vesper, who is the accountant. Okay, so she's Le Chief for MI6, apparently. Yeah, for MI6, so she's like the babysit him with money, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
they
I don't know. I don't
Sizing each other up.
I know, but the thing is, I'm definitely in the minority here. Like, I was not a fan, but everyone really likes her, and I'm just like,
Really?
Yeah, I'm not
no.
a fan. I honestly,
Her
I think,
eyes are
Her
weird to
character-
me.
I was talking about her character, but okay, so
Oh, wow. Okay.
what's wrong with you guys?
That's not what I meant.
I was definitely minority. I think they could have gotten someone else to play her. I would have preferred.
oh, I don't have a
I think it
problem with
would've
the
been better.
actress. I just don't like Vesper.
Well,
The character.
Yeah.
they can't not have her.
I know. I'm saying like she needs to be in a movie. I just still like.
You just didn't like her in general.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
And I
To
don't know
me,
why James likes her.
now see that doesn't make sense. Like y'all spent 3 days together, and then all of a sudden you're
I'm
like
gonna get
ready
to
to
that. I'm
quit
gonna
your
get to that.
job. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I felt like, and I know people are going to hate me for this. I think another actress would have been better in the role.
Oh, for that. Okay. Maybe.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
I
I
mean,
don't
people like her
have
more.
a positive or negative view
Because
of
I
her
feel like
acting in it.
throughout the whole, it's not her acting, it's just her existence.
I felt like she didn't fit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like throughout the whole movie, she's just kind of there,
Right.
you know. And
But I
I
said I didn't like her eyes.
Yeah, right. And you're mean.
Mm-hmm.
Her existence.
Wait, but you said the other thing. You're saying, oh, but you said I mean, but you're the one that said.
She said her existence.
I thought he said.
No,
said
she
that.
said her
Oh,
existence.
okay, all right.
I say her eyes were weird to me.
Okay, we got the eyes.
I didn't even notice that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But I'm just saying, like, to me, I didn't like her in this movie. And I know she needs to be in the movie because she's the main character out of the book. I just felt like, and I do like how, like, she had, like, really good witty one-liners to come back at Bond. So it's like, you know, like, you don't faze me. Like, I thought that was great. It's just something about her. And I can only boil it down to it has to be the actress. Because it's like those parts of it, like, okay, that's good. That's great. But then it's at the same time, it's like, I do not like her.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, when the oh man, where are they from? Nicaragua? No, that's in South America.
Yeah, I don't know what country are we thinking of.
The people that attack Lashif.
Yeah.
You said nigger.
Nicaragua. Okay, whatever. I said it correctly.
But I was
but
It's in South America. I realized.
just
okay?
not even close.
All right, but where were they from?
Did they say
No, because he was there in the beginning of the movie.
Uganda?
Yeah, he was.
Was it
Yeah.
Uganda?
Yeah,
Yep.
it was Uganda. Not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when the Ugandans
Other side of the globe. There.
came from, why did I think of Ugandan knuckles? Never mind.
I don't know where you.
We're not gonna talk about that. I was so wrong and racist. Okay.
Are we kind of talking about it now?
No. Okay. So when the Ugandans came in, I was like, man, it's messed up. They're like, first of all, they said we would cut your hand off, but you need it to play poker. No, he doesn't.
No, he
Not
doesn't.
really,
You only need one hand. So you don't need two hands. They play poker.
That was an excuse. They didn't really want
Yeah, but you gonna cut the girl's arm off? I'm like, yo, man, come on.
Like, that's messed up.
She ain't have nothing to do with this.
But my thing is, like, they
it's
clearly
always like
didn't
that,
want to cut people's hands off, because they didn't cut hers off either.
Well, that's because he didn't care.
He didn't care.
And then,
So it's like it's not going to hurt him.
well, why was she still with him? Dude, if you gonna let somebody cut my arm off,
Yeah, well,
we done.
But you know
yeah.
what?
I'm
Probably
I'm
not
packing
gonna
up
work.
my stuff
I don't
and
think this is gonna work.
I'm going right back to the airport.
That's whack.
Yeah, he didn't protest at all.
No, he was just looking like,
He like, it's not my arm.
yeah, just
Yeah.
But you know, he was like that because before, when he was on his yacht and he was playing poker, and he was like, tell them they got 5 minutes to leave, and if they don't, throw them overboard. Yeah, so he doesn't care.
Just a jerk.
well, I'm fine with him being a jerk. I'm mad that she didn't leave. First of all, not only did you not try to save me, your actions nearly got my arm cut off.
Yeah.
With a machete.
I would be done.
I'm out. Like,
Even if he was like, no, don't do it. I'd be like, yeah,
I didn't sign up for
this. Because I don't want someone else to come and try to cut my finger off.
Yeah.
Because you messed up their money. That's why, look, you just don't be in relationship with criminals.
I mean, you would think so, but if you are in a relationship with a criminal,
Don't.
you're not. I mean, I just don't think that's gonna phase you for real. You're probably used to it.
Used
You're in a
to
relationship
being
with a
threatened to
criminal,
have
so,
your
like-
arm cut off?
Yeah, you're in a relationship with a criminal. How well
How
is
are
he
you
treating
okay
you?
with this?
No, I'm not-
Exactly, but like
no.
it's mentally, you're just like. I
Yeah,
mean,
but it's different. Like, I like your money though, but I don't want your crew coming in trying to kill me. That's different. Then they're like,
you would think
now
so.
this is real, and I'm out.
You would think so. But maybe they're like,
But maybe
this
there's
is all
like
I got.
the lifestyle and the money they don't want to
Yeah.
give up.
Yeah.
Overrules everything else.
No,
Yo,
it ain't worth
no,
it.
no,
It
no.
ain't worth it.
No, no,
Steal
no.
some of his money and then go.
Yeah, now when a bunch
He's
of
probably
people-
gonna die soon.
Exactly. I'm out. I'm out. When you go back down to play cards, I'm gonna take all your cash.
So maybe that's why she stuck around. She's like, you about to die soon. So.
Stole one of the chips off his table.
Yeah, take
One
one
of
of
them
500.
500,000, whatever it
Yep.
was. Yeah,
Take
add that
those.
in. Vamos.
Definitely.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah, we killed the Ugandans, and Vesper's not okay with it because the guy died in front of her. Fair enough, I guess. You know.
Yeah, fair enough.
she's
But my thing she was staring the whole time. She was just over there.
Well, there were just so many things this room.
I was
Like,
like,
first of all,
she could have turned away.
well,
So
like, I
bad you can't look
understand.
away, man.
I understand that, but you know what makes me mad? And people do this all the time in movies. It's like, he's like, get out of here. And then she's like, I'm going to go to the elevator. Take the stairs.
Yeah.
Like, goodness. The door closed and she's like, well, now what? Either press the button again or go down the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah, that was her
So
fault.
annoying.
She's just over there. Ain't gonna stand there and wait for the elevator. You're like, the stairs?
Like, they do that all the time. Like, do people just not like stairs? You going?
No, man, no.
Man, I
You
take
like stairs?
Yes, I take the stairs all the
I
time.
hate stairs. They're the worst.
I do hate
I
stairs.
have a flight limit. Yeah.
My knees don't like stairs.
Unless it's like 10 flights or more, I take the stairs.
10.
That's your
Yeah, when I lived on the 8th floor,
Mine
I
is
took the
5.
stairs.
If I have to
That's a
go
half a
more,
flight.
if I go more than 2 floors, I'm like, If it's
Elevator.
like 1 to 3, I'm taking the elevator.
Seriously?
Yep.
That made me so mad. I'm at work.
Right.
This dude took the elevator from the first floor to the second floor.
I
and I'm
don't know
like,
why people do that. I'm like,
no,
you
I
don't know what floor you want.
I don't do the first floor to the second floor.
Except for like in doctor's office because you have to.
Well, they make you.
Well, yeah. That's because the stairs are like somewhere far off. It looked like it never been swept in there.
Like the first
There's
time I
only one
used
light flickering.
the elevator in our mall, and I realized we
I'm
had
not going in
an
there.
elevator was
Yes.
when I had Riley with me because she's in a stroller. So I'm like, oh, there's an elevator.
Yes,
I didn't know it's existed here.
they exist.
Well, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, people with wheelchairs. and-
Yes, you
and
need
whatnot. Yeah,
elevators.
you need
I don't
elevators.
take elevators.
No, you're afraid of them falling
No, I'm not afraid of them falling. I just prefer
Being
not
in
to.
one.
or being like your arm gets stuck in the door and it start moving.
Well, now
Why
I'm
am
thinking
I
about
sticking my
that.
arm through the door? Like, how am I walking through this door?
It snatches.
To the point where my
You
arm
ever
got
see?
stuck.
Okay, it's I think this is in China somewhere, but it's like this elevator that's like constantly moving, no doors, and you gotta like jump into it.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, no, I'm not doing.
'Cause I'm like,
because,
what if you
what if I
trip?
missed and then my foot stuck and then it gets chopped off by the floor? This don't seem like a good idea.
Is
No.
there like a safety?
No,
No. It constantly goes up and constantly go down, and it's like when it get, you just walk on.
Yeah,
You know, like how an escalator, like the stairs constantly moving. That's
Yeah.
how the elevator is, and you just walk on.
So there's no safety. Like if something happens, they're like, oh, the sensor will get it to stop, so you
Yeah.
can save somebody. It's just done.
No, it has. That has. To have some
It got
sort of-
it's
will hope
kind of
Wow.
what?
Wow.
Wow. I'm sure they have
He's-
safety standards.
He's like, it's 2 billion of them.
I guess that's population control.
Yeah, it's probably okay. All right.
Okay. Moving
All
on.
right, so he ended up having to kill them because she didn't want to take the stairs.
That in the essence. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's basically it.
and she was upset
She
about it.
gets upset.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, hey, it's kill or be killed at that point.
In that,
Well, yeah, I mean, clearly she's not a field agent, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we said she was an accountant, right? This is not something she
Yeah, she's
see on a
just-
regular basis. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely thought that was a name.
Oh my gosh, it's not.
But, like now, I don't know. My worldview has been shattered. All right, so we get through the game. They poison James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Problems with the defibrillator thing.
Defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Yes.
You got it. Problems with that. Again, they always do this in shows, but a defibrillator is not used when your heart stops.
It is not. If your heart is stopped, you're dead.
CPR.
What is-
Chest
then,
compressions.
you know what?
Chest compression.
You know what I was wondering? If you were in cardiac arrest, shouldn't his heart rate been higher? Is no?
I don't know.
It was at 136. I'm like, that's a
I'm not-
jog.
Well, yeah, I guess he was supposed to use. He was supposed to use it before.
He should have been using it before, but the guy
So
was like,
he
wait
supposed
until
to
it
use
stops.
the defibrillator,
Yeah.
but her coming in using it then.
Yeah.
No, she should have come in and did some chest compressions.
Yes.
Yeah.
The defibrillator wasn't going to do anything because his heart
Exactly.
stopped
So
already.
she needed chest compressions. Then the defibrillator should tell you, now you can press the button.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, he's dead.
Yeah, he is.
They were expecting us to overlook that.
No, because
No,
that
most people don't know.
I don't
It's fine.
overlook that. That and that bad CPR he gave at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I'm
Ugh.
like, bro, you barely. First of all, he's doing the chest compressions way wrong. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Not trying to
Break a
save her.
rib, bro.
He missed that part
Not
of
trying to
And then
save
like
her.
you're doing you breathing. You don't have to do that as much, but you breathing into her and then you start kissing her as you're. What's
Weird.
wrong with you?
it. That is
Super weird.
So weird.
I'm here.
He's like, oh no, she's dead, so I'm just gonna make out with her dead body.
You need a quagmire.
Well, since I'm here, since I'm here, right?
But yeah, man. We'll get back to the end of the movie. Oh God.
But yeah, he dies.
He dies.
He doesn't make it.
So it was interesting parts. Then we had the sad part of them flipping the Aston Martin.
No, man.
And I know it's probably a movie fact, so I won't.
Yes, let's not. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you have to say that Lashif lost.
Oh yeah, he lost the poker game.
Yeah.
One
It was, no, 115
million. And what he tipped the dude like
500,000.
Yeah, you got 115 million. Yeah, I can tip.
But it's not his money.
It's not his money.
Don't matter.
So, I would have tipped more than.
It's the government.
And he tipped him. So what are they gonna do? What they gonna do? Be like, oh, don't tip the guy.
We gonna tax
He tipped him
$500,000.
$500,000.
What gets me is that guy was so nonchalant, like, thank you. Like, I get this kind of tip every day.
Right. He was like, thank you. No, he was retiring after that.
I'm done.
That was his last poker game.
I ain't done. I promise you that. Living on an island.
You're right. He was not coming back.
Yeah. So she gets kidnapped at that point, and he chases her and flips the Aston Martin because they put her in the road. All right, my question is, when did they have time to have her tied up in the road?
See,
He was right on their tail. What do you? I'm like,
Now you're stepping on my nitpicks, but yes.
sorry.
Yes. They did not. I'm like, wasn't he right behind you? You had no time to stop the car, get her out, tie her up, and lay her in the middle of the road. He had ran you over while you were trying to do that.
Yeah.
Unless they, I was like, did they throw her out of the car? Or like, well,
Then she should be in the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about them people that's like really fast, that like tying knots, like they said Guinness World Records?
Okay, they could have tied her up in the car, but how did you sit her on
You
the
sat her
road?
in the
In
road.
the middle of the
You
road.
stopped your car, took her out of the car.
Like, all right, guys, go. All right, guys. That's
Yeah. There wasn't enough time.
Your friend Mathis is actually
My
my friend Mathis.
Whatever, Lashif. And then the weirdest torture scene ever. One, did you need to cut the thing out of the chair?
I was thinking like that
it
was
would have
not-
hurt the same.
It would
amount.
have hurt.
It was not.
It
But no,
wasn't a sturdy chair.
He needed the free bottom so he can hit him from underneath.
You can still hit him from underneath.
No,
You don't
but
think that's gonna hurt in that chair?
The chair back would have been.
That's why I'm like, it is a wicker chair. And he's naked, tied to it.
He didn't have to be naked.
Oh, man.
No, he didn't
You gotta
have
be
to. You
naked.
could have left his underwear on.
Yeah, you gotta
It
be
was
naked.
still gonna hurt. It was still gonna hurt.
I think maybe he wanted to break skin. I don't know.
He could
He
have did
broke
that with
skin,
clothes
though.
on. He definitely could have did that with clothes on. His suits be tight, so it wasn't
He be
hard.
wearing it. I honestly don't think he wears on.
You know what? Honestly, James Bond is probably the kind of person that free ball.
No one ever.
He is
Okay.
definitely that
Commando.
kind of person.
All right.
All the time.
No, the chief still it sounded like he was planning it. He had a whole explanation for
Right.
why he wanted to do this.
Yeah, we gotta question the sheep. Like,
First
He
thing,
got
we
the
like,
rope, and he's like, because you know that the thing that identifies you as a man is going to be like on or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, well, no, bro, like, so why is this your torture method? How many people have you done this to?
I was like, he definitely did this more than
he
once.
definitely did it.
He
more
did
than
this
once.
more than once. Yeah, but in all honesty, though, I think that was a great scene.
No, it wasn't.
It was a great scene.
It was a good scene.
Especially with Bond, like,
Because, dude, I was feeling it. I was just like,
yeah.
he was just like, no, no.
So no, I think Bond was perfect with that.
too much fun.
When he's like, so what's the password? And he's like, I have an itch. To go to the left. Can you get that for me? Perfect. Yeah, and then you gotta like have this.
Witty.
You how do you get skills
Right.
to like swing a rope and hit it right under the chair? I would have hit the chair a few times. Like man, I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm gonna try this
Okay,
again.
hold on. We're gonna try to do this.
Last time, this was a lot easier. Guy was a little heavier. Heavy swing.
So But no, that was good. Good, quips from Bond there.
Yeah.
And then yeah. And the chief dies right there.
He does,
no
because-
more accountant.
Mr. White comes in and kills everyone but Bond and Vesper. And then this is the part that not about the movie, just in general, is when they decided, what if we made all these things connected? So then they started adding all these connecting things between the French guy. What was his name? Mathis.
Mathis.
And Mr. White or whatever. And I'm like, so like the later movie just got kind of jumbled and garbled when they didn't have to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this is where this movie loses me.
Yeah, because
Same.
after this, it's like, this movie should have ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know why it didn't end, because that's not where the book ended. But
Well, Vesper had to betray him,
yes,
which is the point of the line in the song.
yeah.
Yes.
But so can I tell you what happened in the book?
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, this movie could definitely have ended. So in the book, she noticed, I'm guessing, who would be the eye patch guy in the movie.
Mhm.
So she sees him, so then she realized, like, so she was going to run over James, and then realized, like, I would never be freed as people. So then she commits suicide, and then in her letter, she basically tells James everything that happened in her suicide note. And so then at the end of the movie, it was like, hey, are you okay? And he's like, what do I care if that bee is dead? And then that's the end of the book. And we could have definitely have ended the movie just like that, without the chase through Italy and all of that, because that whole scene with her and him in the hospital, whatever, went on too long. I didn't need that 20 minutes.
Well, one, I'm like, how are you guys in love? How?
Yeah.
How? I get their relationship was growing
Yeah.
during the casino scene and stuff, but it did not get to the point of we're going to run away and spend the rest of our lives together and we
Yeah.
love each other.
Always get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, it
but
definitely.
It never
People-
takes long.
It didn't feel genuine. Like
Yeah.
sometimes movies can do it where it feels genuine between. It didn't feel genuine here. Like it just felt like I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he's retiring for Vesper.
Yeah, it felt.
Yeah.
It's kind of forced, because it's just like, I don't see this happening. Like you know her for 3 days. You're in the hospital for how long was he in the hospital? Because I don't think
That's
it's
another
Paul's
thing.
work.
I was always confused by that. First time I watched it, I thought it was like a few months, and I'm like, no, and it keeps cutting to scene like,
Yeah.
okay, the next scene, and I'm like, I don't. The timeline gets confusing there, and I guess it's only a couple of days.
It
But-
better be 6 months, because the recovery from that torture, it
long
has to be very
That's
long. as
true.
well.
He needs testicular reconstruction. That's the nice way to put it.
I would retire after that too. I'm like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to run away with
done.
her. I'm retired.
I'm just
Like, you didn't tell me we're gonna have bad guys with this kind of torture.
like, I ain't nothing's gonna do this testicular torture. Like, this wasn't part of the job. Like, I'm definitely retiring. Take my
Yeah.
double O away.
So that's kind of where it loses me. But she tries to get the money out to give it to them. But in my six, it's like, where's our money, Bond? And then he finds out.
You're like,
So-
she betrayed me. So, how'd she get $120 million in that little briefcase?
I was thinking, I was like, would 120 mil fit in there? I don't
I don't
know.
think
How big were the bills?
Even, biggest bill is 100.
$10,000
No,
bills.
the biggest bill's 1,000.
You can't get thousands from the bank.
Maybe you can in Italy. I don't know the rules.
In Italy.
Maybe, but I
All of
I
that still
highly
don't
doubt
fit
it.
in that bag.
I mean, I was thinking of like,
don't
she
fit.
need more than one.
Yeah, a
suitcase.
mil is 1,000. No, hold on. So if you got $1,000 bill.
It's 100,000, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No,
gonna
wait.
do math.
Yeah. You got to add a zero. All you're doing is
You're
adding
taking
a
the
zero.
zeros away. 100,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, come on. That's only 1 million of $1,000 bills.
No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's 1,000 thousands.
Yeah, thousand. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, it's
1,000
1,000 thousands.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you ain't got
120
1,000 bills
million.
in there. Well, wait, no. Okay.
You can put in a regular size briefcase.
Yes, you can put 1,000 bills in there, but it's 100,000.
So
100
then you gotta
million.
times that by
Yeah.
120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Like
briefcase.
That's not
I said,
fitting
she
in that
still
briefcase.
need another bag.
That's a lot of briefcase.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna
not
fit.
fitting in that briefcase.
And
Yeah.
it's heavy.
And it's heavy.
I like how in movies they act like money is light.
ain't
when it's
heavy.
a
Yeah.
bunch of it.
Always do
It's like
that.
I worked at a bank. It's like money is not light.
Yeah,
It's like
40
in a briefcase
40,000
around like
in
crazy.
20s is quite heavy.
Yeah.
You gotta
And
take that out
yeah.
to ATM.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're assuming she can use $1,000 bills.
There's a limit.
No, you can't take that back. No, but that's
No.
what's in it.
That's what's
Yeah,
in it.
That's what I had to
You can't
put
take
in
it out.
ATM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is your limit? 200? 400?
500.
500?
Yeah,
Good to know.
I think. Actually, it depends on your account with the bank. They might let you take more.
I don't know these things.
I mean, you can't take everything out of the ATM. They will not allow that.
Of course.
Yeah.
They don't allow you. They don't like it when you take money regardless.
Yeah.
No.
And like, if it's something like that, you probably will have to go to the Federal Reserve.
Well,
Most banks
125 million.
Yeah, most banks is not even gonna have that on hand.
No.
That is, yeah.
We don't even have $1 million on hand. I don't want
No.
people like, rob the bank like there's a bunch of money in there.
It's not.
The most that was in our vault was 250,000. That
Yep.
because that's
Enough
all
to
you
cover
need.
the FDCI insurance.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
You don't need a no.
Working at Geauga Lake, we deposit more money. than
That
what's
actually
at
makes
the
sense.
bank.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dang.
So Vesper dies she kills herself
Mm-hmm.
in the elevator.
Elevator.
Mhm.
What happened there? She got sucked back by something. I don't understand how.
That was that instant. Oh, I can't breathe anymore.
But why did she? But her body got pulled back.
Don't ask me how she did her death scene. That's how
It's
she
weird.
wanted to do
It was
it.
weird. I thought like maybe like there was
Like a
something
shark came and got her or
and,
something.
Like, well, I don't know. Like something pushed her back and
No.
and,
No.
Get over
But
here.
then she looked scared and he's like,
Because
she had that death face
You think
on.
she was just gonna be? I don't think you drown with a smile on your
No, I
face.
mean it's uncomfortable.
I'm pretty sure drowning is painful.
Yeah.
Also, Bond. Yeah. Okay. So we talked about the CPR scene. Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible CPR. Now he did need to do the breaths because she was underwater.
Yes.
Yeah. But chest
Chest compressing.
First of all, lock your hands together. Did he not take a CPR class? He's
He
an
must have
agent.
missed
not
that
part of the
day.
training.
He
Not part of the
did
training.
not go to the health and safety training.
Nope, not part of the training. He's Bond. He's not.
Or the sexual harassment training.
Well, you know.
He's not going to that. He's Bond.
Yeah. And you're supposed to put your weight on their chest. Like, put your
All
weight.
of
Yeah.
You're moving their heart, okay?
Yeah. He also needed to remove her clothes because clothes get in the way.
Yeah.
it.
Well, you can't do it. It's
Move.
PG-13.
You're right.
Yeah.
But just in the real life, people, if you want to know,
Move their clothes.
move their clothes.
Take 'em off.
There's Good Samaritan laws so you won't get sued or
Sued?
anything.
Unless you break their chest, then they can sue you.
No.
No, they can't.
No, you cannot.
Not anymore?
Good Samaritan. No.
Oh, okay.
If a person is now you're supposed to ask, do you want help? But if a person
They can't tell you. Then.
yeah, if a
They
person
use
is
the answer
unconscious,
yes.
it is assumed that they want you to save them.
Oh, okay.
Because
I would assume
I would think
99%
so.
of
yeah.
the people.
So
wants
even
to
if
be
you
saved.
break someone's rib, then
well, you're
'cause if
doing it right.
If you're doing CPR properly, you're
Yeah,
probably
you're
gonna break
gonna
their
You're
rib.
gonna break their ribs. Yeah, you're doing it right. That's fine. Ribs heal.
Yeah. So no, you will not get in trouble for that. At least here in the U.S.
Good to know.
That'll be dumb. Nobody would save anyone's lives.
True.
Yeah, that's what I was like when I was in class. They were like, yeah, people like get sued for breaking
No,
like ribs. And
Well,
stuff.
I mean, you
I'm
could
like,
sue anyone for anything. It, don't
it
mean
won't
it's
go
gonna
nowhere.
stand.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, what kind of a jerk do you gotta be to
Like,
sue somebody that for
they
saving your life?
exist. They exist.
Oh, come on, dog.
That just reminded me of the Incredibles. My client didn't want to ask to
Yeah.
be saved. He didn't want to be saved.
You didn't save his life. You ruined my death. Like, what?
And Mr. Incredible's actions bring him daily pain.
Oh, that movie
All
was
right,
great.
so that was the end of the movie. Bond doesn't care that she's dead because she betrayed him, but obviously he cares because
wasn't the end
throughout
of the
this entire
movie.
series, what happened?
When he shoots Mr. White,
Oh yeah,
because that last scene was great.
that was a good scene.
Yeah, that closer shot, great.
It was like, Mr. White, we need to talk. Well, where are you going to be shot? I was like, dang.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Like,
Now, was it Mr. White? Isn't that his new girlfriend's father or something?
yeah,
Yes.
Ah,
I told you why all
Locked
these
everything
things
together.
they did.
Yeah.
It wasn't needed. It
also,
wasn't
the
needed.
beginning of what's the last movie called? No Time to Die
Mhm.
happened at the same time as this movie
Yes.
because she was a little girl. And Bond, you creep
Nasty.
cradle robber.
You little nasty.
He was a little girl. This man, they don't care
Apparently, he
what
didn't
he
age
already-
at all
Once he
because he should not still look
So
the way
how
he
old
looked.
is she? 20?
No, he was like what, 10 or so. So
Okay.
then fast forward 16 years, she's 26.
Okay, so exactly as I said.
basically
Yeah.
20s.
And Bond is 50.
He would have been 48.
So, well, how old is he supposed to be in this movie?
I believe he's in his 30s because Daniel Craig was in his 30s.
Yeah, see, as a 30-year-old, it can't be like in 16 years later.
I don't think-
Like, that's weird, man. I know he didn't see her as a child. That's a little strange. But I don't know.
There is-
People have relationships like that now.
Yes.
That's fine.
Age
I
ain't
mean, I
nothing
guess
but a
once
number.
you're grown, you're grown.
That is true. I mean, don't think back like when I was in kindergarten, you were in college.
Yeah, like, don't think about it.
Yeah,
don't
don't
think
think
about it because even because at
Everybody
that
else
point,
will be
even
thinking
10 years is like, oh,
It's just weird.
Yeah, but
I
when,
can do it.
but when you're an adult,
yeah.
it's fine.
You're an adult. You're an adult, but man, Bond, okay.
I mean, are you surprised?
No,
Stick around at the high school graduation.
Oh.
Soccer
he didn't
games.
meet her after she was already graduated. She was full on adults.
Oh, he was at them soccer games. Just chilling.
All right. And so that is Casino Royale.
Mm-hmm.
Royale.
I enjoyed the casino part the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the movie up until that last act
Yep.
Yeah.
I would agree.
was really solid.
But when I think of Casino Royale, I think of the casino part and her drowning in the elevator. That's like what I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the stupid hospital scene. Because I think I remember those because when I watched it, I was like, this is dumb. I hate it.
Well, I remember being in the theater like, oh, it's not over.
Right. Like, oh, that's not it. Okay. I guess we're still here.
Like, oh, okay. All right. Guess we got another 35 minutes.
Okay.
I definitely had to press the down button on my remote to see how much longer.
I
How
did.
much time we got
Yeah, I did.
Because
That
the
was-
hospital scenes were just so slow. Like, it really dragged the movie down.
Slowed
Yeah.
everything down. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Can I skip this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You could have just said we've captured Mattis and stuff. We didn't need the scene.
We didn't need none of the scenes.
Mm-mm.
We didn't need the scene.
Yeah. We could just fast forward through the whole thing.
And I would
And
believe
then-
if it wasn't them like, oh, we're falling in love and we're getting married or whatever, blah blah blah. If Bond was just on vacation with Vesper, because I would believe that because Bond,
I
would
think
do that with anyone.
I think that would have been better because then you could have said 8 months later, and I'm like, oh, okay, he healed.
Yeah.
You were still in the hospital.
You're not walking, man.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
You are not walking.
You know how much that thing gets
Let
knocked
al-
around when you're
Let
walking?
alone being with Vesper. Like,
I'm
What
just
y'all gonna do?
saying.
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work at that point. You need some
Definitely
time.
doesn't.
Even if it does, ouch.
Yeah.
It'll be painful.
Yeah. I wouldn't want
Gonna
to.
move it up because shoot.
A few times in my life, I don't want
You
to.
know,
now.
that's not. Let's wait.
Like, I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry. If you don't recall, I was tortured.
In ways that you will never understand.
So, yeah. All right. So, random movie facts.
Movie facts.
All right. Casting. Second runner up to this was Henry Cavill.
As what?
As Bond. As
Bond?
who
He's
else?
an American.
Henry
No.
Cavill's not
Oh,
American.
he's not American. That's
What's
right. He's
wrong
not.
with you?
I'm sorry. My bad.
They still trying to have
He's believable. As an
whole
American.
Yeah.
have him be Bond now.
I think
could
he
still
would be.
Bond.
He
He's
can.
another huge Bond, but okay.
He'd be
Yeah,
big.
he'd be
He would be
huge.
big.
But I mean, better because Daniel Craig was the smallest Bond.
Was he?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Shortest,
Well, yeah.
not smallest. Less,
Well, you remember back in the day,
Yeah, he
Sean
had
Connery
muscles
was
now.
considered a bodybuilder.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, not by today's standards.
I mean, yeah, at that time. Yeah.
In the '60s, he was considered. In the '60s, Sean Connery was a big guy.
yeah.
But yeah,
you're like smallest. I'm like, no, shortest, right?
What do you
Because
Shortest.
You don't
shortest.
like my
Shortest.
muscles.
Daniel Craig was definitely the most muscular.
yeah,
Bond.
he gained 20 pounds of muscle for
Look
the
at
movie.
my muscles.
Yeah, he did. I mean, so you figured him and Sean Connery were probably the only Bonds that were in like legit shape.
Yeah.
Because old man Roger wasn't doing nothing.
Not, yeah.
Wait, how much muscle did he put on?
20 pounds.
20 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
But anyways, Henry Cavill was deemed too young because he was 22 at the time,
Oh.
which would have been way too young.
So Henry Cavill's like 38 now.
Like, sure, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, he can do the next 5 James Bond movies.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
That's perfect. That's about the age James Bond should be.
yeah. James Bond needs to be in his mid-30s.
All right, I
But I don't know if he's gonna be able to film both that and MCU though.
Who is he
Yeah.
again?
we
That's
don't
gonna
know
be a
who he
busy
is in
schedule.
MCU, and we don't know if that's happening.
Besides, you get that Disney money, you get that Bond money. It don't matter.
He can do both.
He can do both.
He can do both. Because how many movies? You gotta think.
True.
You gotta think like.
if he a villain, he probably on them one movie.
Well, even that you're not filming all the time. You know,
Yeah.
how many movies was Captain America in? You had to do the ones.
Yeah,
that-
but then he had to shoot like 2 movies back to back.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot.
Yeah, it takes like.
Yeah. So I'm good with Henry Cavill. I still say Tom Hiddleston.
No.
Yes.
What is?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of that shirt, Tom. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston's a
Not
good
Tom
choice.
Holland.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Tom Holland. I was like,
What?
what are you talking about? He's
No
way too
one wants
small.
Tom
I don't
Holland to
think
be
that was-
James
Oh,
Bond.
I'm sorry. That's
On
what
the
when you
table?
said that. No, I am.
Never. Even he. First of all, he would never look like a full-fledged adult.
He's too short.
He just have a young face.
He
does.
does.
He does have a
Which is
superhero face.
good. Like Tom. Like Sorry.
What's that?
Yeah, but no, Tom Hiddleston. Loki.
Yes. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say Henry Cavill or Tom Hiddleston. I think would be perfect choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they? They're casting Bond now. I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they
are.
are,
They
they
announced
are.
that they are.
Yes.
They're gonna do something stupid.
Oh, man.
They're gonna do something really dumb.
We had a chance for Idris Elba, but now it's past.
Yeah. He's too.
He's
old
like-
now.
He's too old now.
Yeah, he's too old.
That's,
He's too old.
That's,
Yeah,
he,
I
he
wouldn't
can't do it.
mind him.
Yeah.
Well, it was supposed to. Daniel Craig's last movie was the last 3 movies.
Yeah. So see what I'm saying? Idris Elba has the swag that
Yes.
old boy doesn't have. That's what
Yes.
I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what
He definitely has the
He
swag.
definitely has the
He
swag.
definitely has
Yeah.
the swag.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's too old now.
Oh yeah, you still will now.
So yeah, Tom Hiddleston or Henry Cavill. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
I agree with that. Okay, so Daniel Craig initially turned the role down because he was thinking it was gonna be like the silly versions we got with Die Another Day. He's like, yeah, I don't want no parts of that. But then he's like, oh no, it's gonna be different. We're gonna make it grittier and darker and blah blah blah.
Good, because nobody wants to die another day.
No one wants Die Another Day.
Another day. It's not my time to go.
Yes, but as you know, people did not like the choice of Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Craig.
Yeah.
Craig.
Craig. It is 2 first names.
He has 2 first
He
names.
does have.
But and thing like what they were complaining about was because he had blonde hair. I'm like, who
That's the double
cares?
complaint.
Seriously?
But you
Yeah.
know what? You know what? That's right. That's how people are. They complain about this stupidest
Just like
thing.
that's not important.
Like, oh, Ariel's black, Daniel Craig's hair is blonde or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter.
The fictional.
It doesn't
character.
matter. And then I'm like, they could dye his hair if they wanted to.
Yeah,
It wouldn't look good.
It doesn't.
No,
matter.
he
It
would
wouldn't-
not
it
look
would
good with
not
black
look
hair.
good.
Mm-mm. It would not look good. Honestly, I think they
would've been
considered
weird.
it and it was just like, you don't have the face for black hair.
Yeah, no, he does not.
But it doesn't matter. Nobody.
doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
It really, but people were mad.
Never even paid attention to his hair.
Exactly, because it doesn't
Who
matter.
cares?
Yeah. Every time that's brought up, I never think about the fact that his hair is blonde as James Bond
Me
until
either.
someone says it. And I'm
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh
mhm.
yeah. But yeah, it's like, it's so unimportant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But people didn't like the choice. So actually, the director of this movie, Martin Campbell, was the director of GoldenEye.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, okay, so yeah. So maybe when they reboot this again, we can get him back to kind of fix the series. Like, GoldenEye fixed the series from the 80s and the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just went on downhill. I don't know what happened. Like, how do you start with GoldenEye?
Well, James Bond
And
doesn't
then
need a
go
continuous
backwards.
story.
It does not. That was the problem with critics when they tried to make a continuous story. But I'm saying just the quality of movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you went from GoldenEye?
Yeah.
Tomorrow Never Dies is decent.
I do like Tomorrow.
And
Never
then to The World Is Not Enough
Yeah.
and Die Another Day.
Just really progressively
Like-
hours.
Exactly. Like, GoldenEye should have set the tone. And then you're supposed to get better. And then they went backwards.
Yeah.
Which is why they had to reboot it.
Mm-hmm.
Just, whatever. Yeah, so this movie used mostly practical effects. Probably the biggest CGI they used was to put the falling building into Venice. They really did build a building and put it on gimbals to have it fall, and I think it dropped like 15, 20 feet or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then they used CGI to put it in Italy.
Oh, okay.
But most of the things was done practically.
Also, do the police not come to this building falling?
Does the police not come anywhere? Like, how you got 2 random people running around in the airport and the cops ain't there?
No, they were there, weren't they?
Only at the end. But the cop should have been there a long time ago. How did he not get caught out? He stabbed that guy in the science center.
No one saw him stab.
No one
it.
saw.
No one saw that.
saw that struggle with
stabbed
the
him,
knife.
No one saw them struggling with the
the-
knife.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on. Nobody's walking by.
Yeah, that was a long thing. And then
It
he
was
grabbed
so
his neck.
long. Yeah, then he punched the guy in the face. I'm like, no one sees this. And that was a little knife. That guy's not dying instantly from that.
No,
cut.
he is not.
No.
no,
No,
he's
so
not.
he's on
He
the
got his
ground.
vital organs.
He's making.
Maybe it was coated with poison.
Vital organs.
And then y'all notice Bond kept getting caught when he was trying to be incognito.
Yeah, he did.
I'm like,
He
bro,
got
did we
caught 3
not
times.
discover? Maybe he didn't get his sneaking skills yet.
Like, you have blue eyes. We can see you. Can't hide that.
Okay. So this movie is obviously based off of Ian Fleming's first book, Casino Royale. It is actually very faithful to the book.
Interesting.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, I read the book. It's a good book if you guys haven't read it. It's pretty good. Quentin Tarantino wanted to do a version of this.
Of course.
Everybody blows up.
No.
No, he seemed like he was sincerely going to do a legit version of this.
The
Like
poker, the poker chips explode.
Right, every time you
I
bet.
don't have anything against Quentin. Well, Quentin Tarantino's movies
They
cool,
just be
but
too much.
it's
It sounded like he wanted to do a legit one that was faithful to the book, set in the 60s. Like, it sounded like he wanted to put it like a full-blown, I'm going to do James Bond justice. I will be interested in to see what that would have been.
I guess we could let him try once,
Yeah.
but you screw it up.
I want to see
Never
the
again.
Tarantino cut.
Tarantino cut.
give us the Tarantino cut.
Okay. So, my last movie fact before we move into nitpicks is that they had trouble flipping the Aston.
Yes.
So when they did the test run, they did it with a BMW first.
Mm.
And they was like, okay, to get this car to flip, we need like a 6-inch ramp. Tried it with Aston Martin, didn't flip. It's like, all right, we're going to make the ramp bigger. So they changed the ramp from 16 inches to 18 inches. And it's like, but the car kept correcting. So it would lift off and then land right back on its wheels.
Could not flip it.
They couldn't flip it. So eventually they just had to add an air cannon to it to kind of like propel it. So when it hits the ramp, it propels forward and then they could flip it. And the guy was like, we just wanted like one flip out of it. They got 7.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why the flip didn't really look right, because they had to force the car to flip.
Yeah, because the car, it just wouldn't flip.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you guys should have known. Like, the Aston Martin is a true sports car.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, we're going to test it with this sedan. Like, BMWs are fast and sporty,
Well,
but it's not a sports car.
It's got a lower center of gravity.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, the Aston has a low center of gravity. That thing is like, man, I ain't flipping.
What about that BMW Grand Coupe?
Well, maybe,
That's a pretty wide car. That's probably got to be hard to flip that thing.
but it just, I don't know. They didn't say which BMW they used. Maybe it was the Z3 or something.
3 Series.
About to use that 2
It's
Series.
I was thinking
You
3
can flip
Series.
that thing. You can just walk up to it and flip that thing.
Maybe it was like the X1 or something.
Oh, okay.
Really?
It didn't.
Isn't that the SUV?
Yeah, it's a real small
You
SUV.
touched it with an SUV. Of course it flipped.
Throw your way up, walking up.
Why is James Bond driving an SUV?
Oh, that would be the worst James Bond movie ever.
Come on, man.
All right.
All right. It's time to pick some nits.
Pick some nits. Unrehearsed.
Okay. This poker game was not needed.
What wasn't needed?
No, the poker game.
The poker game wasn't needed.
at all.
No, it wasn't.
This is not needed at all, right?
It's Casino Royale.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's needed for the movie.
It's needed for the movie, but logically,
And
you
for the
don't need
story
this,
he
right?
wrote.
You're saying like,
For
oh,
the
he
story.
does.
Just capture him.
Just
Like,
capture
you need
him.
to beat him in the poker game.
He had no money beforehand.
Right.
So capture him now
Yeah.
and force him to work with you.
I mean,
Yeah, because the people are coming after him to kill him.
Exactly.
So,
And it's like even the CIA had the same
Exactly
trick.
the same
We
plan.
will beat him in a poker
we beat him in
game.
the poker game, and then we've got him.
but we
But
don't beat
he
him.
doesn't have money now. That's why he's doing the poker
Exactly.
game.
Yeah. So get him while he has no money. You're saying we're gonna beat him so he has no money. He already doesn't have any money.
45 minutes of the movie.
Look, it's a good scene and I
It
like
is,
it, but
but
it
yeah,
wasn't
it
needed.
It
wasn't
wouldn't be
needed.
a good movie if James Bond just stops a guy at the airport. And it's like, well, we got him.
That's true. That's true.
Fair enough, but not needed. Okay. So there's a scene at the Miami airport where he's chasing a guy and he's on a tanker, blah, blah, blah. And the tanker drives through an airport bus.
Yeah.
Why did the bus
The
blow
bus
up?
blows up.
Why did the bus blow up?
What type of
Why did the bus
blow
blow
up
up?
people?
Because
Her
he
luggage
went
was
through
on
the
Right.
middle of
Right.
the
The little
bus.
accordion part.
Yeah,
The accordion part.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, why is that blowing up?
And then how is Bond not extra crispy after this?
Yes.
The whole tanker is now black, but he's not. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then, are there people on that bus?
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it was going back to the depot.
When they were shooting the scene, they had mannequins on that bus.
It's out of service.
I'm like, y'all just killed 50 people.
But that bus didn't.
Now imagine the explosion
And-
of Quentin Tarantino did.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Like boom, 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 boom.
And he still wouldn't be
Oh,
burnt.
yeah, he wouldn't be
Still
burnt.
wouldn't have been burnt.
Crispy white tea like Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was smart with the fight scene with putting the explosive hook to.
Oh yeah, no, that was,
yeah.
that's fine. That was like, oh, ingenious. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Still.
and he was just standing there all creepy.
He was
Like,
like, I got you. And then he's like, oh no, the bomb's going me.
he was like, just all hesitant and paused, looking creepy. Like, yeah. And James Bond just staring back at him on the hood, like,
Like, yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
All right.
Okay, so I got one more since we talked about some of my other ones already.
Okay.
So Bond puts a tracker in Lashif's inhaler that he left behind.
Yeah.
30 seconds later, he's following Lashif up to his room, but the inhaler is still downstairs in the casino.
That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Maybe he inhaled the tracker.
Also, is that
No,
a good
because
idea?
it was still
Wouldn't-
there.
It was
It's
still there. He
No.
left it
Is that a
behind.
good idea?
And
Wouldn't the
honestly,
tracker
the
stop him
chief did
from
not
using
use
it,
that inhaler
like,
the rest of the movie.
wouldn't it like
Only thing I'm using
lodge it?
Yeah, that's true. The inhaler probably wouldn't even work anymore because you just stuck something in
And then he's
between,
gonna
so he wouldn't be
find
able to
the-
press
The
it.
tracker.
Maybe that's why he left it down there. It didn't work anymore.
Didn't make any sense. That was
Like,
a horrible
whatever.
place to put the
Did you need
tracker.
a tracker to find his room? I feel like there was.
Why'd he
better
do the
ways.
same winky wink
Just go
smile
ask the lady.
thing to the
Like,
little
hey, what room we
lady?
staying in? I can't tell you that.
Yeah.
What if I really want to know? Okay, I didn't prove 205. It's like,
Like, you used it once, try it again. I'm like, and then, like, ain't the CIA there? Go hack the computer, figure out what room. Like, it makes no sense. There was like 1,000 different ways you could figure out what room he was in.
Yeah, he was logging in on M's.
Exactly.
account
So you
all the
can't
time.
access the hotel's computer to find this
Yeah.
dude's room?
Probably could have. Guess he'd
Anything.
try
He could have
something.
had a Vesper while she was sitting there doing nothing to follow the blind girl around. Figure out where she went.
Yeah, true. Well, Vesper was double crossing him, so
She would have did
You don't
that.
think she would have did
though.
it? She'd be like, no, I'm not going to do that. I got to double cross you later. So.
Yeah,
yeah,
she would have did
exactly.
that. Though.
That's
That would
how
have
you're
made
like,
no sense.
I'm here as a double agent, Bond.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Come
It
on.
didn't actually Vesper plan. Now that I think about it, like, so they didn't need to play the poker game. How was she gonna get this money?
Well, she needed the poker game.
Oh, so maybe it was
So
her
only
idea.
she needed the poker.
From the, even though she said this is a dumb idea, was it really her idea?
Because she was getting the money back for
Her
Spectre, I
boyfriend
guess.
or whatever, right? Because they
Because they kidnapped her.
they needed to tell me what that blackmail was because that didn't make any sense.
Which one?
Because I'm saying like they were blackmailing her in order for her to do things for them. I want to know what this blackmail is.
They were going to kill her boyfriend.
That's not blackmail.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not blackmail. It's just ransom.
That's ransom.
Okay.
They said they were blackmailing her.
Oh, maybe they used the
They got,
wrong
like,
word
some
because
weird
what they
pictures
said
of
was they were going to kill her boyfriend. That's not. I mean, it's not blackmail.
They said it was blackmail.
Maybe that's
Well, it's
like
never
some
explained
weird
in
pictures
the
of
5
her or
movies
something. I don't
that
know.
subsequent.
It wasn't explained in the book either. Still, I just feel like what could it possibly be? And then she didn't care that much because then she just left him anyways. So I guess that guy's just dead.
Yeah, right. She was with
Yeah.
Bond. Oh, I love Bond now. Like, well, I mean, this whole thing happened because you had a boyfriend.
And then she met somebody else. Like,
We could have ended after the airplane scene.
you never know where love will find you.
All right.
Yeah.
That was it for the nitpicks.
That was my last nitpick.
rating time. We need a jingle for rating.
Rate some movies.
It's time for the rating.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
We'll work on that. We'll work
Yeah,
on that.
yeah.
Let us know.
All right, so what we're
See
gonna
if you
rate
got some
this.
ideas.
I will personally rate this. I'd pay for that. I think
Yeah.
it's a good movie. I could watch it again and then turn it off after the torture scene. I guess.
It is one thing I will say about some of Craig's movies. They are highly rewatchable. I can list the ones that are not. but some of them
Quantum
are really
of Solace.
Quantum of Solace.
I did watch that.
Oh
back
my
the other
god!
day.
I seen that
I
movie
watched
like
that
3
yesterday.
times, and I was like, I still don't know what this movie's about.
I have to say
Dude
that now
was-
I do want to watch all
He
of
He
them
was
after
basically
watching this.
Filling
Yeah,
water.
trying to create droughts.
Yeah, so that he will
So-
have a market on the water, but
Yeah.
not like I understand his plot, but like all the other stuff that was
He's like
happening.
a
I'm like, what is
decade
this
too
movie?
early. You gotta wait until climate change is in full effect.
He's trying to get a jump on it.
Quantum of Solace was not a good movie, you guys. Don't waste your time. And the song sucked.
Yeah, that song was
Oh,
horrible.
so bad.
That goes on one of the worst James Bond songs ever.
Oh. But Skyfall was great.
Yeah.
True that.
The sky falls. But anyway,
And
what's
it
your rating?
crumbles.
crown bows.
Forever.
You can't just stop in the middle. You can't just stop in the middle. Come on, we gotta finish this.
Yeah, Adele killed that. Did she win an Oscar for that?
She should have.
She
I
should
think
have.
she
She
got
did.
nominated.
And so should have Sam Smith.
Did he win? Did he not win?
I don't know.
Because Sam Smith, although what was that for Spectre?
Yeah.
Yeah, movie
Horrible
sucked.
movie. Great
But that
song.
song was
That
great.
song was good.
Song was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do. I pay for that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I go with I pay for that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go with greatest movie ever, best movie ever. Okay. Okay.
No, not at all.
They ruined
Okay.
that.
I guess I say I'd pay for that.
You gonna do Watch While Cold and Close?
I was.
Okay.
I mean, you do watch my phone goals. Don't let the peer pressure get to you.
Well, it ain't that. It's just like I'd watch it again. So like it's hard to say watch my folding clothes if I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I gotta say I'd pay.
Like if you turn around and watch the movie one more time, then it's more than just
It's more than just
Yeah.
folding clothes. So yeah, I'd say I'd pay for that. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is an I pay for that for Casino Royale. One of our highest rated movies here on the podcast. We usually watch some real stupid stuff.
We usually do.
I mean, no, we watch really good movies. Please stay tuned to the podcast.
Not all of them. But hear what
Yeah.
we say about the not so great movies.
yeah.
We have lots to say.
But yeah, no, this was a good
We'll tear
movie.
them apart.
Like I said earlier, like I kind of want to watch, even though I know some of them are bad. After watching this, I kind of
Yeah,
want to watch the rest of.
Yeah, because they be
Yeah.
suggesting them like
Yeah.
after the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We
my
looking
thing is
right
they was like Casino Royale starting in 120 seconds. I'm like, I'm not Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. I was
Quantum of
like,
Solace,
no,
like,
you
no,
were
it's
not. I was like, is GoldenEye on here? GoldenEye was not on there. Because I would have definitely watched GoldenEye if it was on there.
I think I seen it on Amazon.
It's I think it's coming to Amazon.
Maybe we should
Okay.
do
Amazon.
only the good Daniel Craig Bond movies. So
Okay.
we can watch Skyfall.
I was like, so Skyfall?
That's it.
Skyfall, and then we just watch. Yeah, No Time to Die wasn't good, but it wasn't as bad as the other two.
No, but it wasn't
No, it
great. It wasn't great.
Yeah, but we just watched it. So
What did we just watch like the
Very
top
long.
5 Bond movies? So we watched Goldfinger, GoldenEye, Skyfall, and Casino Royale.
Sure thing.
That works for me.
Cool.
What was the one where they were on that observatory in Puerto Rico? Which one was that? Was that GoldenEye?
That was
Oh,
GoldenEye.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And that guy was Nightcrawler in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we had a couple of X-Men in that movie.
Yeah, that's right. Jean Grey was
Yeah.
in there.
Mhm.
Yes.
Interesting.
People like this Jean Grey. All right. Well, with that being said, thank you very much for listening, everyone. Next week, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man, the first movie. So make sure you check that out. We're also planning on doing some gameplay of that. So check that out on the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And and thanks very much for watching again. We'll catch you next time.